Hello, welcome to Business Progression. My name is Steven, and today we are talking about throughput. What is throughput? It is the amount of something a company produces in a unit of time. This can be units made in a week, units made in a day, and yes, even units made in an hour. You can format it with whatever unit of time works best for you. Pretty straightforward. Let's go through an example. You have this awesome car plant that produces loads of cars. The plant produces 10,000 cars a week, so what is the throughput? 10,000 cars a week. But wait, what if during the production a machine stopped working correctly and messed up 500 cars, and these 500 cars needed to be scrapped? You would need to subtract these 500 cars from the units produced. So instead, your throughput would be 9,500 cars a week. Some companies may measure the total amount produced, including defects as well as the actual good output, so it is good to be aware of what is included in the calculation you are looking at or doing. Let's say instead you want to have the throughput in days, but you only know that the plant produces 10,000 units a week, assuming no scrap this time. You would simply divide 10,000 by 7 and get a throughput of around 1,428 cars a day. Stop. What if your factory was actually only open 6 days a week instead of 7? You would then need to make sure to divide by 6 instead of 7 to get a throughput of 1,666 cars a day. Note, if you didn't realize, I am choosing to round down in these calculations. Okay, but what if you want the hourly rate? Would you just divide by the 6 days you are producing a week multiplied by 24 hours in a day? Not necessarily. You would need to divide by how many hours the production line is actually working a day. In this case, we will say that the company is open for 10 hours a day, so you would need to divide 10,000 cars by 6 days times 10 hours, or 60, right? Well, you would actually want to calculate the time the line is literally running, not just the time the company is open. So let's say you have a 30-minute meeting in the morning, an hour lunch, and a 30-minute closeout meeting. The time you are operating would actually be 8 hours. This is known as operating time. Or in other words, 10,000 divided by 48, which is a throughput of 208 cars an hour. You know how to find the number. That's good. But more importantly, we need to talk about what it means. Throughput helps you to see the picture of the entire manufacturing system being measured. It helps to show how efficiently it is all working together as a team. It also highlights what isn't working well. The team is only as strong as its weakest member. This weakest member is the bottleneck, or slowest process, that limits the entire process to its speed. See my video on bottlenecks for a further explanation. Additionally, knowing throughput helps immensely with planning. It helps you to know how many units to expect and therefore how much demand you can fulfill. As always, there are nuances. For instance, people sometimes like to refer to throughput differently. Instead of using total units produced, they may use total units shipped. This helps to show the throughput that actually is helping the company, because producing items and leaving them in inventory is costly and not actually good for the company until it is shipped or sold. Throughput is also looked at through the view of money, where a calculation is used to see how much of the production is turned into money, not necessarily just produced. That said, the definition I have used in this video of units produced over a unit of time is the most basic and mainstream definition. Second, more is not always better. As I mentioned, producing more inventory is not always good. Your throughput may be high, but if you're not selling the inventory, it is actually hurting the company, as it is tying up cash in undesired inventory. Also, if this specific process is running faster than a different process farther down the supply chain, it will create an expensive work-in-progress inventory pile. Also, working at full speed is exhausting for both humans and machines. Machines need maintenance, and humans can't work effectively or efficiently at maximum speed. I don't know about you, but I get tired pretty quick when I'm trying to sprint through work. Also, working at full speed may lead to quality defects and in the end, less throughput. So what is throughput? Or as it is also called, the flow rate? The amount of something a company produces in a unit of time. And what is its formula? Well, it depends on what is being measured. It could be units over time, units over operating time, or good units over operating time, or some other variation. All of these are different variations of throughput, a measure that helps a company improve, measure efficiency, and plan ahead. Thanks for watching. Hope you have an awesome day.